مرحبا، معكم الكاتبة رشا بركات، معدة ومقدمة برنامج صالون رشا عبر بودكاست حركة الشبيبة اليافية. صالون رشا رح يكون صالون مفتوح لكل أنواع المواضيع المحلية والعالمية واللي أكيد بتفيدنا، من اجتماع، اقتصاد، آخر الاكتشافات وكتير غيرها. اسمعونا على منصات التواصل الاجتماعي والتطبيقات سبوتيفاي، بودبين، جوجل، أبل، طبعا على الفيسبوك بصفحة بودكاست حركة الشبيبة اليافية وصفحة حركة الشبيبة اليافية. صالون رشا. أهلا وسهلا بكل محبي ومستمعي بودكاست حركة الشبيبة اليافية. أما اليوم فبصالوني رح يكون مش استضافة، حأقرأ أرتيكل بالإنجليش كتبته السيدة نهلة شوكت عسلي، وحأتوجه فيه بالإنجليش، حأقرأ مقالتها للأرتيكل يعني اللي بالإنجليش وأتوجه فيها حول العالم لحتى للجميع يقدر يسمع هذا الأرتيكل من كل الدول. فإذا حأعرف عنها بالإنجليش قبل وأقرأ مقتطفات من الأرتيكل اللي حضرتها كتبته. وكتبته يعني ومكتوب الأرتيكل ممكن نلاقيه بمجلة اسمها البالستاين، thisweekpalestine.com، إصدار 2000 إيشو 280 بأوغست 2021. فإذا حبلش بالإنجليش هلأ وأحكي عن السيدة نهلة شوكت عسلي بالأول، عرف عنها ومن ثم أقرأ المقتطفات اللي بتمنى الكل يسمعها بكل انصات. فإذا نهلة شوكت عسلي is a member of the Board of Trustees at Birzeit University. She holds a bachelor's degree from the American University of Beirut and a master's from Indiana University. Nahla taught English in local schools until 1967, then worked in the English department at Birzeit University as a lecturer until her retirement in 2001. She founded Project Loving Care, a charitable organization, and Al Saraya Center for Community Services in the Old City of Jerusalem. She has participated in several conferences abroad and spoken about the rights of Palestinians and specifically Palestinian women. Mrs. Nahla Shawkat Asali wrote down in her article called "Why Can't They Fix the Shutters?" She said, "In 1950, we came back to East Jerusalem to rejoin my father, leaving my two elder sisters in Damascus to finish high school. No longer a landlord, my father rented half a house in Ras Al Amoud, a kitchen, 2 bedrooms, no lounge, no electricity, no running water, and minimal furniture. Mother borrowed some concrete blocks and wooden boards from the landlord, from which she assembled makeshift beds for a multi-purpose room, a living, dining, visitors' room during the day, and bedroom at night. Mother's can-do spirit and creativity also provided us with running water. She installed a small tank with a faucet over the kitchen sink, to which she added boiled water on the freezing cold winter days. We experienced our share of refugee life, though for a long time we were not registered as refugees because my father didn't like us to be associated with his image of refugee. Between 1948 and 1967, we all made it through school and university. It was my parents' conviction that at least we were not going to be robbed of our education. This attested to how Palestinians in general, no matter their income level, put great value on learning and gave it their all. After the June War of 1967, West Jerusalem became accessible to Palestinians living in its eastern part. But my father refused to visit our house in Bekaa. He resisted for 2 years until my brother, who was then working in Kuwait, came to visit us and appealed to him to come along to visit the house. Through occasioning and repeated arguments, my father finally relented and we drove to Bekaa. It was summer of 1969. I was driving. Sitting next to me in the passenger seat, my father did not utter a word, but I could see the blood congested in his face. As I parked the car, he remained seated, looked up at the building and noticed one of the shutters facing the road slanted sideways. He mumbled a few unintelligible utterances and then burst out, "Can they fix the shutters?" Without delay, he asked me to take us back home. My father's comment about the shutters was, and still is, one of my most heartful memories. My brother and I regretted subjecting him to that agonizing ordeal. Was it that it really mattered to him at that moment to at least see his house in good shape? Some kind of consolation for his loss? In Arabic, we have a word that aptly describes what my father and countless other Palestinians who were dispossessed felt and still feel. قهر. There is no direct equivalent term in English, but one can say it conveys senses of bitterness, resentfulness, typically arising from being defeated by oppression. 6 years ago, I was again back at our house, this time with an Israeli filmmaker, Jorit Naaman, who was making a project about Palestinians' houses in West Jerusalem. One of the building's residents, a middle-aged Israeli woman, came out and talked to us. The woman claimed that the British awarded the house to her father in 1947 for his service in the British Army during the First World War. It was a blatant lie. We were living in the house then. Such are the lies they tell their children to hide the fact that they literally stole our houses. I wondered, Bekaa, Katamun, Talbiye, and the rest of the Palestinian neighborhood in West Jerusalem, how many lies have been told in those places? Those lies are part and parcel of Israelis' oppression that we have to resist. These days, I don't drive anymore. And it's my sons and my daughter who occasionally make the trip to Hamajit Street. They go there in order to show their children their great-grandfather's house. أعزائي الكرام، بتمنى تكون عجبتكم حلقتي لليوم بصالون رشا وقراءتي للارتيكل أو المقالة بالإنكليزية، واللي بتمنى أنه توصلوها لكل الأجانب ليقرأوا عن حقيقة اللي عم بيصير بفلسطين. وهيدا هو صراحة هدفي من حلقتي لليوم. وهلأ بختم حلقتي لليوم بصالون رشا عبر بودكاست حركة الشبيبة اليافية، واللي دايما بتتابعوها طبعا عبر منصات التواصل الاجتماعي فيسبوك وبودبين، سبوتيفاي، أبل، جوجل، وكذلك عبر صفحتي صفحة حركة الشبيبة اليافية وصفحة بودكاست حركة الشبيبة اليافية. صالون رشا.